What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Country Boy, here. I told you guys yesterday I was going to do this second video. I wasn't able to do it last night, but I wanted to take just a minute. I got a great response from someone I told you guys about, and I'm going to read this response to you, and hopefully, at the same time, maybe clarify a little bit about some of the things that were said into this. Okay, so big shout out to the phenomenal friend and the great person that sent me this message. So I want to read this out to you. Now, just as a disclaimer, the gentleman that did send me this is African American. Okay, so I'm gonna read this guys to you. We're not gonna bring his name up because I did not ask if he wanted this to be public. But I want you guys to kind of understand a little bit, okay? A lot of, you have made me so effing mad right now. A lot of what you were saying can be agreed with, except the comments that why is black on black crime so high? And he goes to question, higher than this, higher than that. If you heard the facts, you wouldn't believe them. You think that if, do you think, and we brought this up, about the dropping the bricks off in the streets for protesters, they wouldn't drop off guns, not ammo too. Now, let's not be silly. On train tracks in urban communities, find me a bait car in the suburbs, okay? And these are all things that are documented that do happen in African-American communities, okay? You won't, because they put them where people are poor and broke as crap. More often than not, black, poor, and white have no car or money. It's not a right or a license to steal, but it's an opportunity, and he phrases here, that your broke, hungry, dirty butt didn't have yesterday. And if you take it to where, quote unquote, Jamal or Andy are living, and then you might be able to get enough money to pay your back rent, or maybe buy some groceries and keep the lights on. So then he says, and I'm reading this off of the post, guys, so just bear with me here, and we're going to kind of scan through this as well. You know, he brings up he brings up different things that have happened while him and I have been on the phone. Guys, here's the situation. You know, I have personally been on the telephone with this gentleman, and he has been racially discriminated against. I heard it myself. You know, the running jokes that you hear, you know, walking into the store, and you've got the Asian, or the, you know, you see these in comedy sometimes, the Asian or the, you know, cashier, and they're always looking because there's a black man back there. I have heard that being on the phone with this gentleman. And you guys need to understand this. Does this stuff happen? Yes. And the point I was trying to make, and when I spoke with him, I said, you know, maybe my words didn't come out the way that my brain was wanting them to come out. You know, here's the point I was trying to make is this, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the fact that the BLM movement, the movement itself, isn't what it's supposed to be about. I believe, and in my opinion, I believe that the BLM movement has nothing to do with Black Lives Matters. It has to do with white politicians and their policy procedures. What's up, Sonny? How you doing? You know, I believe that George Soros, I believe that a lot of the Democratic politicians and the government are behind this movement for an agenda that has nothing to do with black lives. Okay? That is the point that I was trying to make. That if African Americans, black Americans, green Americans, yellow Americans, it doesn't matter. If you guys want to protest, if you guys want to get behind a movement for what you are trying to accomplish. Do not be suckered in or sucked into a white politician agenda that is only brought to the forefront because they are against the certain government that is going on. Now, this gentleman that wrote me this message, he brought up a lot of different things in here. And some of them, you could say are facts, and some of them you may say are conspiracy theories. But this is a gentleman that has been black all of his life. I've never spent one day being black. And he's going to know more than I. So, as I've said to you guys on many occasions, what I'm trying to do with this new content is to bring awareness, bring education, at the same time educate myself. So I want to say a big thank you to the gentleman that sent me this message, and I'm passing this over to you guys. But this gentleman says, it is a situation of where, we can sit here and say, go by statistics and say, well, black on black violence is a lot more than white on black violence, or cop on pedestrian violence, or different things like that. But at the same time, it is a situation of where there are underlying factors. And we've brought up the fact of these mysterious bricks that end up right before the protest. We've brought up the fact of the gasoline and everything like that has been brought up. We've brought all those facts up. This person accuses, the accusation is that the government itself is what introduced crack cocaine into Harlem back in the early 80s. And these are all things that I do not have knowledge of, and I cannot prove. But this gentleman knows better than I do. This is his community. So I just wanted to bring this back out to you guys, that this is all about, as my wife's out here hacking her lung up, but I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention, that just because I'm out here doesn't mean that I know everything. I'm sharing my opinion, I'm sharing thoughts, and I am sharing what knowledge I do have. And I do appreciate all the comments, all the messages. If you have my personal information, send me a message, talk to me, educate me. If it's something that you feel like you have something to know about, or that you can educate people about as well, but maybe you don't want to go on YouTube and spread that message, I will gladly have an opinion. The only way that we can make this country better and America better is for all of us to open our minds and take into effect of different cultures and different point of views, and that we grow together. It's the only way that we're going to make this better. So once again, guys, do all your own research. Talk to people. Have an open mind. Your opinion are just like buttholes, just like mine. Everybody's got one. But if you have facts, then facts cannot be disputed. Okay? That's why we went against, that's why I brought up the 12th Amendment. That's why I went up against the 14th Amendment yesterday, showing you guys the facts. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day. We're going to have another video out later concerning Dominion and Smartmatic, and hope you guys enjoy it. So, leave a comment below. Make sure to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure to only keep your comments about the content, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.